All right. So,
Hello.
yeah, here we are. This is a one-on-one interview with Ed. You like Ed instead of Edward. Edward's too formal.
Well, professionally, I'm Edward, so Edward Staudenmayer is my professional name, but my friends call me Ed or Eddie if you're really close,
Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to work up to that. Okay.
like my family.
Oh, okay, great. You grew up in California, right? You're Californian?
Yep, Southern California, Palm Springs, that that
Oh,
that gay mecca.
it is the game mecca.
Yes, I mean it kind of was when I was growing up, not like it is now. I mean, I go back there and all the places that we used to go to have lunch in high school are like now gay bar central.
Yeah, I mean, good restaurants, everything. I mean, just a good scene and
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
love
Um,
live there again.
and how did you wind up in theater? You just always wanted to be, in that?
Barry Manilow's Copacabana in the living room for the family. That started probably, back when that song was a hit, so like in the 70s. Uh, and then in high school, I played football, but then I did like the spring musical, The Music Man, and I just fell in love. I knew every line. I just loved it. And then I would do football in the fall and the spring musical every year. And then I quit my senior year, much to my chagrin of my parents and my coaches. And I did the play instead. And I won a big award in Southern California at the Music Center, got to perform at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. And then I got into UCLA. So I went to UCLA for theater school. And
Mm.
then I went on to start a professional career. But yeah, that's how it all happened. High school gave me the bug. I'm a high school drama teacher who's still so close to me and comes and sees me in everything I do. And that's
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I heard about the Carol Burnett Award. That immediately I was like, I want to talk to him.
Isn't that great? So Carol Burnett sponsors an award at UCLA. So it's like a competition, the Carol Burnett Awards, and you kind of have to create a 10 minutes on stage or 5 minutes on stage and singing songs to do like a little scene. And yeah, I wanted, and I used that money that she gave me to go to singing lessons. I took private singing lessons and it really helped my voice. So now I've run into Carol every time I see her. I thank her because she really helped to pay for that because they didn't offer like private lessons at UCLA for your voice. So that was a great gift. And I saw one of the best music teachers in Southern California. Lots of stars she has.
I mean, Carol Burnett's my ultimate. It took me forever to get the interview with her, and then it was so worth it because she sent me a thank you letter, and I think
Oh, good.
we pulled our ears together. Like, so, she just means a lot to me, and I'm glad that she helped you, you know?
Yeah, she's one of, she sponsored the award because she went to UCLA and she had a benefactor too, and she never knew who it was, and they said, just someday if you're famous, please pay it forward. So she sponsored this award for many many years.
Well, that's
It's
awesome.
great, and it
So
sounds cool.
tell me about playing this, tell me about playing this role and all about him.
Oh, it's great. I play Meyer Wolfsheim, who was actually based on a real character that they say maybe fixed the World Series back in the 20s, and somebody that F. Scott Fitzgerald saw and added him to the storyline. So I'm kind of the guy that's I'm a gangster and I'm in cahoots with Gatsby. That's how he makes his money. And he's kind of nefarious ways that he's making money to become so rich. And he gets overwhelmed with his love affair with Daisy and getting her back. And he kind of starts to let the ball drop on our business deals. So it gets a little spicy with us. It's a great part. I have the opening Act Two song called "Shady," which is great, and I love it. But otherwise, it's a pretty simple part. But it's a very important character. But I don't have a ton of stage time. I just kind of enter, say a few things, go change my clothes, come back, enter, say a few things. But I do have that opening song of Act Two, which is great. And I say some pretty famous lines from the book as well.
Oh, cool. And you know
Yes.
this part by like the back of your hand, right? I mean, you did this in South Korea.
Yeah, so we just got back from spending 4 months in Korea. We were working on this for 5 months. It was life-changing. I had the time of my life. I made so many great Korean friends. I want to go back. We're having a little layoff, and I think I might go back because it was just so fun, and I just met great people, and audiences there loved it. And our producer, Mr. Shin, he's Korean, and he produces a lot of shows there, and he had a big hit on Broadway, and I think he wanted right away to bring it out there to share with the people of Korea.
Is it different? Do you play differently? Do they tell you to do things a little different, or is that? not a factor.
No, no. I mean, I will say we are very happy to be in the United States with American audiences because the Koreans said they loved it so much, were very polite. And now we're getting people going crazy. And it's such an American story that it really plays well. Not to mention every kid in school has to read the book. And everybody's read the book and knows this material, knows the movies. It's just such an American story, and it's really thrilling to bring it around the country and let people experience it because they have a thing for Gatsby. It's such a cultural cool thing. I mean, even when you type in the Great Gatsby on your phone, a little champagne bottle appears randomly for no reason, but I guess it's connected to Gatsby.
That is hilarious. You know, it is. It really turned into phenomenon. And do you know kind of why? I mean, what did it? I don't know what struck with people, but I don't know what have you noticed?
I mean, some of the things we've been taught in our dramaturgy learning the show is like, um, I hope I'm getting it right, but the book was written, it wasn't necessarily quite a success, but it was sent to all the servicemen. They took it with them when they went to World War II because it was about a story about a guy um, going off to war and losing the love of his life. And so everybody had that book and it was short and they issued it. And then I think a lot of those people from because of the programs from after the war, they got into teaching. So a lot of them became English teachers and stuff like that. And so then they started having all their kids read it. So I mean, it's the first book I really, not the first book I read, but the first book that I remember reading in ninth grade that was like adult and with themes of like bootlegging and adultery and all that kind of stuff. It was like the first grown up thing I did.
And I mean, there's adult stuff in there. So, like Nick and Jordan had some kind of relationship. I've read about that.
They certainly do in our version of the show.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so there's a potential love situation going on there, but their sexuality is also ambiguous because Nick kind of seems a bit infatuated. I mean, it's not in the book explicitly, but it's implied a little bit. And scholars have kind of debated this. But same with Jordan. She wears pants. She wants to be a bachelor. She's a golfer. So they might have seemed like a marriage of convenience, but it's very open to interpretation.
Yeah, that's great though. Then everyone can take
Yeah,
it the way they want to, and
yeah.
yeah, very good. Okay. And then what should people wear when they come to the show? Is there like, what do you think? What have you seen?
Well, a second. Um, I think that they should wear whatever they want, but
Okay.
it's really exciting when we see people dressed up and they're fully decked out in flapper dresses and headbands, and the guys are dressed to the nines, and yeah, it makes it fun. I always enjoy dressing up for things. I think people dress up for the theater, and it just makes it more of an event, and it is an event. You're paying the good money to come see us and make an event of it. It's a fun night. It's a decadent night. It's a big old party, but then it gets a little tragic there at the end.
Sure, sure. That's great.
Yeah.
And then do you like all the traveling of all this? Like you have spent a lot of time on the road, so
I do, and I am so grateful just for the work, honestly. I mean, after what we went through in the pandemic, I'm very happy to just being able to travel around the country and do the things I love doing and having audiences that appreciate it. I do enjoy the road a lot. I know people in most cities we go to. Everybody's like, "God, Ed, you have friends in every city." I'm like, "Well, I've been out here a long time doing this, and I've made friends, and I love it. I love going to the new city, going to do the new things. Like we're going to get to Chicago right away and go to the Cubs game and go to Second City, and you just make the best of it. It is. I mean, life on the road is hard, but it is what it is, and I make the best of it. And I I've had a really good time doing it. It's sad. I used to have my dog with me, but he passed, and so I drive everywhere. So I have my own car, and I get to really live in these cities. I
nice.
play
Okay.
pickleball wherever I go. I play tennis wherever I go. So that's how I've made a lot of friends too.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So you're not just holed up in your hotel waiting for the, time to leave. That's good.
No, no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I was heading out to Lambeau Field today, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to make it back in time." So I turned around and I just drove around Appleton. But usually I'm not in the hotel. I usually stay in Airbnbs if I can. And this is like my first time I've been in the hotel on this tour. So,
Okay.
and I'll be
Um,
staying with friends in Chicago that are putting me up.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. We're a very welcoming city, and it feels like so many people come to the Midwest. So, yeah, that's good to hear.
Oh, I love it. I love Chicago. I can't wait to be there. I actually stopped. We drove from Toledo to Appleton, and I came in on last Monday to just stay the night and enjoy Chicago. It was gorgeous. Rode my bike along Lakeshore, went to Musical Mondays.
Yeah, I love that. And you're getting in a LGBT publication that's the biggest one in the Midwest, and so, of
Yeah, I appreciate you guys doing this interview with me.
course, yeah. Do you have an all-time favorite musical?
I
One.
mean, I think every baritone wants is loves Sweeney Todd. Of course, I want to play
Mm.
that part, but I usually, they always say the one you're working on now is your favorite. I
Mhm.
love that. I was a Scarlet Pimpernel. I was Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. I love that musical. I recently did South Pacific at the Guthrie. I love that. A little night music I recently did, and
Oh my gosh.
just whatever you're working on. But I mean,
Mhm.
most people, yeah, Sweeney Todd. Come on, everybody says see if it's on time. Sweeney Todd, it's the best.
I love that one, but I hardly ever hear I don't hear that from people. So
Oh yeah,
I think I always ask that question, which maybe seems like a silly question, but it really defines people in a way because
yeah.
some people like really classic musicals and then some are Hamilton, so it
Oh
really
yeah.
says stuff about
You know
people.
what? The Music Man is like the first one I did too, so I think I really love the Music Man.
Oh
Yeah, but
yeah.
I kind of like the classics.
Me too. I'm a Sound of the Music, I saw that every holiday season, so for
Oh, me
sure.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one. What was the Martin Short show? Tell me about that. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we played Chicago. We played the LaSalle Bank Theater, if it's still called that. We it was great. So I was an understudy. I understudied the famous Brooks Ashmanskas, who's famous for doing the prom, and he was just in Smash, and he was fantastic. But we took it all around San Francisco, Chicago, Toronto. Then we came into New York for a little bit. It was like a one man show, but it wasn't. It was like the Marty Short show, and then it was like all these sketches. And Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman wrote the music and lyrics, so they would just come off of Hairspray. And it was very exciting. It's a great listen if you get a chance to listen to that album. Um, it was wonderful. Marty was so generous, and I learned so much about comedy watching that man every night. It was great. It was also terrorizing because in rehearsals we would have to get interviewed by Jiminy Glick, which
Oh,
was hard as the understudy, I gotta say.
that is
Um,
hilarious.
yeah, so it was great fun. Like I said, I learned so much, and yeah, it's called Martin Short Fame Becomes Me. You should listen to the Cass album. I think a lot of some of the stuff we did in that show you can see when he does his Steve Martin and Martin Short show.
Mhm.
I think they recorded some of their stuff too, so I some of that material is preserved, thank goodness, on film or
Very cool.
video.
I wish I
Yeah,
had a good Jiminy Glick question for you because like he had a lot of really good interview questions actually. I mean, he would
he's
sometimes
he's so smart and so quick.
I'm not that quick.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. I recently saw him. I saw him and Steve Martin do their show in Connecticut, and we went backstage and got to catch up with him, and he's great. And then my sister just sent me. He has a wonderful happy birthday video you can send, and it's like they AI or something. They personalize it. And he says my name, and it's really funny. So look up the Martin Short birthday video you can send out because it's pretty awesome.
I love that. Okay. What do you have plans after the tour? Do you have something already going or how does that work?
Well, no, I'm doing this till, next year, next February. We just kind of starting out on this. Who knows? I might be with this until nobody wants to watch The Great Gatsby anymore. I have a great part and I'm enjoying it. So I don't have any plans. But,
Okay. You're gonna be busy with that. I
we'll
mean,
see whatever's next. This is a fickle business, show business. I'm just like happy to continue to get to do great work and, have a job that pays the bills and all those things. Because the pandemic was rough and a lot of things changed and
Mhm.
it was hard on us as theater actors. So I'm just happy as I can be to be out there doing it again.
Excellent. Well, I will meet you at the stage door after the show to say hello and um
Great. Are you
yeah,
coming on Tuesday?
yeah, for the Wednesday. I think the press night's Wednesday.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Okay, great.
So I should be there, so I'll be there Wednesday and
Please say hi. I would give you a backstage tour, but they're not allowing us to do that in Chicago, unfortunately.
oh,
So
that's okay. Yeah, they have, there's a lot of rules, union rules, all kinds of stuff. But
it's
yeah.
again like since the pandemic, where a lot of things have changed. Because we used to get back to stage tours at Phantom of the Opera all the time, but now things have changed.
But the great thing is too, like the stage doors have kind of they've gotten really great in Chicago. Because obviously it's like a New York thing, and sometimes they're overwhelming. Our people are so nice, and I love seeing the young people come out to meet the people in the show and get their
Mhm.
program signed, and they're just so loving here. I've never seen any kind of problem with stage tour meeting. People are just great here, so I know the fans will look forward to meeting you. And
And what a great town. I mean, I'm hoping I can catch some theater when I'm there. Any suggestions for my Wednesday matinee to check out? Like, if I don't know if Steppenwolf has something, but every time I come to Chicago, I try to see something at Steppenwolf because it's just so amazing.
yes, I'm going to the opening of Windfall. So that's Terrell's new show there. So it's gay, black, and supposed to be amazing. And I
Okay.
love, because he did Moonlight. He's the guy that wrote that.
Okay.
And so if you can see Windfall, that starts on Sunday. And so it'll run, if you can somehow squeeze that in. And
Okay.
if you need a connection, let me know about that. Because I can get the publicist to get you something. So
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
I
be
need a connection. How do I get in touch with you when we're not on the Zoom meeting? Yes, I would love
yeah.
to go see a matinee of anything at Steppenwolf
Yeah, that would be an
if they
option.
have
And
one.
then I just earlier today I interviewed Elvis from at the Marriott Theater. They're doing Heartbreak Hotel, and Elvis is gay. He's Tyler Haynes. And
Oh, I love Tyler. We work together. Yes, he's
oh, so
great.
okay. So I
So
talked to
he's
him today,
oh,
and
cool.
so his show was really good, and it was a really good interview. So
Oh, they
yeah,
have if they have Wednesday matinees, I'll go see him too. Yeah.
yeah. So plenty to do, while you're here and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Awesome.
cool. Okay. Well, I will see you on Wednesday, and I hope you have a great weekend and safe travels getting you here and
Thank you.
talking. Okay.
Nice talking to you, Jerry. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care. Okay.
Bye.